Extraordinary images out of Los Angeles tonight. Hundreds of National Guard troops now on the ground, deployed by President Trump, even though state leaders say they didn't ask for them and don't want them there. You see members of the National Guard with weapons, with body shields and tear gas canisters, all as protesters gather for day 3 of demonstrations against federal immigration raids.
Y'all see how much people are out there marching? Y'all see that crowd? And they can't even capture that entire crowd in one angle or one shot or one frame, I should say. Look at that. That's a lot of people.
Tonight, President Trump not ruling out going even further in the days to come. But California's governor pushing back hard, saying the president's hoping for chaos to justify more crackdowns, telling protesters not to give him what he wants. We've got team coverage.
You heard what this governor said, Gavin Newsom? He's the governor of California. And this man said he's telling these people not to give Donald Trump what he wants. See, this is the thing. You know what? Let's keep watching.
Starting with our Steve Patterson on the ground near those demonstrations.
Ali, just moments ago, Governor Newsom asked the Trump administration to officially rescind the order to federalize the National Guard on the ground. Meanwhile, this rally continues to pop up. LAPD declaring it unlawful, and they're making arrests.
Tonight, protesters and law enforcement officials squaring off after days of raids, riots, and demonstrations. And a rare move by President Trump, mobilizing 2,000 California National Guard troops against the will of the state's governor. Overnight, another major flashpoint in front of the federal detention center where undocumented immigrants captured by ICE are being held. In nearby Compton, chaos. Protests there dissolving into lawlessness. Demonstrators upending roadblocks, setting off fireworks, while a small group of looters broke into a gas station.
Look at that. Look at that, y'all. This is Los Angeles we're talking about. Look at that. Look at that. I have a commentary, and you know what? I want y'all to drop y'all comments in the comment section as well. But look at that. Look at what they're doing.
These protests followed a day of skirmishes between authorities and protesters outside of a Home Depot. Law enforcement firing tear gas and non-lethal rounds into several crowds.
I couldn't see who was shooting, but they were trying to aim right at me, which is like it's very scary.
Sheriff Robert Luna saying his deputies only acted as peacekeepers and didn't assist with any federal action.
We will protect your right to peacefully protest, but we cannot and will not tolerate violence or destruction of property.
Today, Governor Gavin Newsom accused President Trump of attempting to manufacture a crisis by mobilizing the National Guard.
You see that? See, look at what this man said. Trump is sending 2,000 National Guard troops into LA County, not to meet an unmet need, right? But to manufacture a crisis. This is what this man says, that Donald Trump is manufacturing a crisis. See, this is the thing that when it comes to leading a state and managing, your state and manage it well, this man has failed beyond measures. Look, the state of California needs money right now. And this man is out here. Look at what he's saying. This is crazy, man. If y'all know about Gavin Newsom, and not to mention the mayor of LA, who is Karen Bass, one of the worst mayors in the United States of America. This woman, not too long ago, she was welcoming Trump when Trump became president. Oh, welcome to, LA, this, that. I'm going to play the video right now.
Mr. President.
The mayor, please.
Yes. First of all, let me just take the opportunity to officially welcome you to Los Angeles. Really appreciate you coming, and especially you come just a few days after your inauguration. So I want you to know that your presence here is very much appreciated.
And even her turn on Donald Trump. I'm telling you, man, these people are so two-faced. Even Gavin Newsom, he was out there meeting with Donald Trump when Donald Trump flew in, when they had the fires, shaking Donald Trump's hand, begging money. Oh, we need assistance in this. We need federal assistance for this, that. And they be the same ones to turn on you the first chance they get.
He's hoping for chaos so he can justify more crackdowns, more fear, more control. Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, defended the move to NBC's Jacob Soboroff and says about 150 undocumented immigrants have been detained in the last few days.
But not just to protect the law enforcement, to protect protect the general public. If Democratic leaders want to turn their back on public safety, they can.
Tonight, tensions reaching a boiling point as more troops hit the ground.
Our Steve Patterson reporting in Los Angeles. And here in Washington and beyond, new concern from critics over the president's tactics with this federal deployment. Our Gabe Gutierrez reports.
I don't want to hear anything from those critics because that's all they are. They're critics that's going to criticize. They're never going to see anything good in anything. And they're the ones who pretty much stole taxpayers' money, these Democrats that are out here stealing people's money because they have to really supplement. They have to supplement these illegal immigrants coming here. They have to find, funds for these people to stay here. Y'all don't even understand that. They're not just staying here or in this country, living in this country for nothing. They're staying in shelters that are sheltering them. They're staying in places that are housing them. And these so-called sanctuary states, they were getting money from the government, billions of dollars from the government to give to these people on cash cards. They were getting $3,000 on cash cards, $4,000, $5,000 on cash cards, money that you, the American people, should have been getting. People who are citizens of this country, people who are permanent residents of this country, people who are lawful to live in this country. They were taking money. They were getting the money you were supposed to be getting. There's no way on God's green earth that you should be supporting these people living in this country, taking away from you. Meanwhile, we saw cost of living go up. We saw the inflation of housing. Look at the housing market right now. It didn't just happen right now while Donald Trump is in office. This has been happening for the past few years. The housing market. People can't afford housing anymore. I think I read an article at one point. I think it was last year. I read an article and they were saying how they were creating some type of way where illegal immigrants could purchase a home. Look what you, the American people, got to go through to get a home. And these people just come in here and get handed stuff. No, man, that got to stop. That got to stop. And I always say this, man, if you support this, look, you could disagree with anything about Donald Trump as much as you want. If these are the things that you're going to support with illegal people staying and living in America and taking money from taxpayers and people who live in this country, who came here, documented, paid their way here, pay for their documents to be filed, pay for their plane fare, their plane ticket, pay for this, pay for that, and get a job here and start paying taxes. If you think these undocumented, illegal people should get access to funding, then your mindset is way off. Whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, if you want to see more money coming into your pockets, we got to start getting rid of the wasteful spending. We got to cut it out, man. We got to cut off the fat off the meat. But if you're not rocking with me, it's totally fine. Rock with whoever you want to rock with. I know that I'm making a great case right now, and a lot of you who are not a supporter, if you're even not a supporter of Donald Trump, you could see through the bull crap. You could see that this right here is unlawful. Like, you're going to be out there waving the Mexican flag and the Honduran flag on American soil while you're rioting. Look, man, go back to your country if you're undocumented. Look, shout out to all the documented people who came here legally, whether you're Mexican or you're from the Caribbean or you're from any other country. Shout out to all of y'all for coming in here in this country the right way. Hey, till next time, God bless you. Peace.